welcome everyone to our first ever Othello scene night. This is really exciting for us. First time ever doing this. So we have some great performances for tonight. I'm going to ask real quick before we get started, take out your cell phone, turn it off, make sure that it's either silenced or off. We want to give our actors respect and your full attention, and we're going to encourage them. And so first, I want to introduce our judges. We have Ms. Pfeiffer, Ms. Hager, and CJ Virgilio, who won the sonnet competition last year. They have some great performances. I'm going to ask that when we announce them, give them your applause. They're going to introduce themselves, say who they're playing, and go into their scene. And then there will probably be a minute or two in between performances, so the judges can jot down some notes. And during that time, feel free to talk, to chat, to talk to your neighbor. But while the actors are up here, please give them your undivided attention. So we're going to get it started with our first group, Pisha and Link.
Okay.
Do you want to say who you're playing?
Yes. I'm playing Iago, and I'm playing Othello. Go to! Say no more. How shall I murder him, Iago? Did you perceive how he laughed at his vice? Oh, Iago! And did you see the handkerchief? Was that mine? Yours! By this hand. And to see how he prizes the foolish woman, your wife. She gave it to him, and he has given it his whore. I would have him 9 years of killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman. Nay, you must forget that. Aye, let her rot and perish and be damned tonight, for she shall not live. No, my heart is turned to stone. I strike it, it hurts my hand. Oh, but the world hath not a sweeter creature. She may lay by an emperor's side and command him tasks. Nay, that is not your way. Hang her! I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an admirable musician. Oh, she would sing the savageness out of a bear. Such high and conscious wit, intention. She's the worst for all this. Oh, 1,000 times. Yet of so gentle condition. Aye, too gentle. Nay, that's certain. But yet the pity of it, Iago. Oh, Iago, the pity of it, Iago. If you are so offended over her iniquity, give her patent to offend. For if it touch not you, it comes near nobody. I will chop her into messes, coupled me. Oh, 'tis foul in her. With mine officer, that's fouler. Get me some poison now, this night. I'll not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty and provide my mind again. This night now. Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed. Even in the bed she hath contaminated. Good. Good. The justice of it pleases very good. And for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight. Excellent good.
Ryan and Sarah, you guys want to just introduce the scene? Here I am.
I'm playing. Okay,
Okay, Ryan.
I'm playing Iago.
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 I'm playing Othello.
Othello.
As he shall smile, Othello shall go mad, and his unbookish jealousy must construe. Poor Cassio smiles, gestures, and light behaviors quite in the wrong. How do you now, Lieutenant?
The worse that you give me, the addition whose want even kills me.
Fly Desdemona well, you are sure on it. Now if this suit lay in Bianca's power, how quickly should you speed?
Alas, poor caitiff.
Look how he laughs already.
I never knew a woman love man so.
Alas, poor rogue, I think I faith she loves me.
Now he denies it faintly and laughs it out.
Do you hear, Cassio?
Now he importunes him to tell it o'er. Go to, well said, well said.
She gives it out that you shall marry her. Do you intend it?
Ha ha ha.
Do you triumph, Roman? Do you triumph?
I marry her? What, a customer? I prithee bear some charity to my wit. Do not think it so unwholesome. Ha ha ha.
So. They laugh that wins.
Faith, the cry goes out that you shall marry her.
Prithee, say true.
I am a very villain else.
Have you scored me? Well?
This is the monkey's own giving out. She's persuaded I will marry her out of her own love and flattery, not out of my promise.
Iago beckons me. Now he begins the story.
She was here even now. She haunts me in every place. I was the other day talking on the sea bank with certain Venetians when thither comes this bauble, and by this hand falls me thus upon my neck.
Crying, "Oh dear Cassio," as it were. His gesture imports it.
So hains and lulls and weeps upon me, so hails and pulls me, ha ha ha.
Now he tells how she plucked into my chamber. Oh, I see that nose of yours, but not the dog I shall throw it to.
Well, I must leave her company.
Before me, look where she comes.
'Tis such another fit you, marry a perfumed one.
Thank you.
Ready? Yeah. All right. So next up we have Jack and Quinn.
Thank you.
I'm Othello.
I'm Iago. We're doing Act 4, Scene 1.
How shall I murder him, Iago?
Did you perceive how he laughed at his vice?
Oh, Iago.
And did you see the handkerchief?
Was that mine?
Yours by his hand? And to see how he cried. The foolish woman. The foolish woman, your wife.
Oh, 1,000 times. And yet, no. I would have him 1,000 years. I would have him 9 years of killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman.
Nay, you must forget that.
Hey, let her on perish, and be damned tonight, for she shall not live.
Nay, that is not your way.
Hang her, I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an admirable musician. Oh, she would sing the savageness out of a bear. So high and plenteous wit, invention.
Aye, too gentle.
Nay, that's certain. But yet the pity of it, Iago. Oh, Iago, the pity of it, Iago.
She's worse for all of this.
I will chop her into messes. Cuckold me.
Oh, 'tis foul in her.
With mine, officer?
That is fouler.
Get me some poison. This night, Iago. I'll not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty unprovide my mind again. This night, Iago.
Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed, even the bed she hath contaminated.
Good, good. Very good. The justice of it pleases.
And for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight.
Excellent, good.
Ba-na-na.
What trumpet is that saying?
I warrant something from Venice. 'Tis Lodovico. This comes from the Duke. See, your wife is with him. Thank you.
I'm Sam Troy, and we'll be performing Act 4, Scene 1, where Othello falls in trance. I'll be Iago.
I'm Othello.
And hope you enjoy. What, you think so?
Think so, Iago?
What, to kiss in private?
An unauthorized kiss?
Or to be naked with a friend in bed? An hour or more not meaning any harm.
Naked in bed, Iago, and not mean harm, it is hypocrisy against the devil. They that mean virtuously and yet do so, the devil their virtue tempts, and they tempt heaven.
So they do nothing. 'Tis a venial slip. But if I give my wife a handkerchief,
What then?
why then 'tis hers, and being hers, she may, I think, bestow on any man.
She is protectress of her honor too, may she give that?
Her honor is an essence it doth not seem. They have it very oft, that have it not. But for the handkerchief,
By heaven, I would most gladly have forgot it. Thou saidst, so it comes from my memory. As doth the raven or the infected house, boding to all, he had my handkerchief.
Aye, what of that?
That's not so good now.
What if I had said I had seen him do you wrong? Or heard him say, as knaves be such abroad, who having better owned importunate sweet, or voluntary dotage of some mistress, convince or supply them, cannot choose, but they must fly.
Hath he said anything?
He hath, my lord. But be you well assured, no more than he'll unswear.
What hath he said?
Faith that he did. I know not what he did.
What? What?
Lie.
With her?
With her. On her. What you will.
Lie with her? Lie on her? We say lie on her when they belie her. Lie with her? Zounds, that's fulsome. To confess and be hanged for his labor, first to be hanged and then to confess, I tremble at it. Nature would not invest herself in such shadowing passion. It is not words that shake me thus. Pish, noses, ears, and lips. Handkerchief, confession, oh devil.
Work on my medicine, work. The credulous fools are caught, and many worthy chase stains even thus. All guiltless, meet reproach! What ho, my lord? What ho, I say, Othello?
Next up we have Celine.
Okay, we did this scene where it's Iago tells Othello to go hide and Cassio comes in and Iago like questions him. I'm Cassio.
I'm Othello. I'm Iago.
And she plays Bianca too. In the
Oh
movie.
yeah, I'm also Bianca. I do like a quick change. Okay. Dost thou hear, Iago? I will be found most cunning in my patience, but dost thou hear most bloody?
That's not amiss. And yet, heed time at all. Will you withdraw? Now will I question Cassio Bianca, a housewife that, by selling her desires, buys herself bread and clothes. It is a creature that dotes on Cassio, as 'tis trumpet's plague to beguile many and be beguiled by one. He, when he hears of her, no. It is a creature. He, when he hears of her, cannot refrain from excessive laughter. Here he comes. As he shall smile, Othello shall go mad, and his unfocused jealousy must construe, for Cassio smiles, gestures, and light behaviors quite in the wrong. How do you now, Lieutenant?
The worst are that you give me the addition, whose want even kills me.
Fly Desdemona well, and you are sure aunt. Now, if this too late Bianca's power, how quickly should you speed?
Alas, poor caitiff.
Look how he laughs already.
I never knew a woman love man so.
Alas, poor rogue, I think of faith she loves me.
Now he denies it faintly and laughs it out.
Do you hear, Cassio?
Now he importunes him. To tell it o'er, go to, well said, well said.
She gives it out that you shall marry her. Do you intend it?
Do you triumph from it? Do you triumph?
I marry her? What, a customer? I prithee, do bear some charity to my wit. Do not think it's someone wholesome. say, last that wins.
Faith, the cry goes that you shall marry her.
Prithee, say true. Have you
I
scored
am
me?
a very villain else.
Well, this is the monkey's own giving out. She is persuaded I will marry her out of her own love and flattery, not out of my promise. Iago beckons me. Now he begins his story. She was here even now. She haunts me in every place. I was the other day on the sea bank talking to certain Venetian, and thither comes this bauble, and by this hand falls me thus about my neck. Crying, oh dear Cassio, as it were, his gesture imports it. So hangs and lolls and weeps upon me, so hails and pulls me. Now he tells how she plucked him to my chamber. Oh, I see that nose of yours, but not that dog I shall throw it to. I must leave her company. Before me, look, where she comes. 'Tis such another fitchew, marry a perfumed one. What do you mean by this haunting of me? Let the devil in his dam haunt you. What do you mean by the same handkerchief you gave me even now? I was a fine for the ticket. I must take out the work. A likely piece of work that you should find it in your chamber and not know who it belongs to. This is some minx's token, and I must take out the work. There, give it your hobby horse wheresoever you had it. I'll take out no work on it. How now, my sweet Bianca? How now? How now? Oh my God. Thank you.
Our next scene is Maddie and Greta. You want to introduce your scene?
Yeah.
We're doing the same one as
Betsy's. It's Act 4, Scene 1, when Othello falls into his trance. I'm Iago.
and I'm Othello. Okay.
Well, you think so?
Think so, Iago.
What? To kiss in private?
An unauthorized kiss.
Or to be naked with her friend in bed, an hour or more, not meaning any harm?
Naked in bed, Iago, and not mean harm. It is hypocrisy against the devil. They that mean virtuously and yet do so, the devil their virtue tempt. They tempt heaven.
So they do nothing. 'Tis a venial slip. But if I give my wife a handkerchief?
What then?
Why then 'tis hers, my lord, and being hers she may, I think, bestow it on any man.
She is protectress of her honor, too. May she give that?
Her honor is an essence that's not seen. They have it very oft that have it not. But for the handkerchief?
By heaven, I would most gladly have forgotten. Thou saidst, O it come o'er my memory, as doth the raven o'er the infected house, boding to all, he had my hanky.
I would have that.
That's not so good now.
What if I had seen him do you wrong, or heard him say, as names be such abroad, you have me, father, I'm looking forward to it soon. Or voluntary daughters of some mistress, convinced to supply them, cannot choose, but they must not.
Hath he said anything?
He hath, my lord. But be you well assured, no more than he'll unswear.
What hath he said?
Faith, that he did. I know not what he did.
What?
Lie.
With her?
With her, on her, what you will.
Lie with her, lie on her. They say lie on her when they belie her. Lie with her? Sounds that's fulsome. Handkerchief, confession's handkerchief. To confess and be hanged for his labor. First to be hanged and then to confess. I tremble at it. Nature would not invest herself in such shadowy passion without some instruction. It is not words that shakes me thus. Pish, noses, ears, lips. Is it possible? Confess, handkerchief, oh devil!
Work on my medicine work. Those credulous fools are caught, and many worthy and chaste dames even thus. Oh, guiltless me reproach. What ho, my lord, I say, Othello. Oh, my God.
Can you introduce it? I'm Iago.
I thought you were gonna like start off again.
No, he's off that one.
Act 3, Scene 3.
Yeah, Act Scene 3, Scene 3.
My noble lord,
What dost thou say, Iago?
Did Michael Cassio, when you wooed my lady, know of your love?
He did, from first to last. Why dost thou ask?
But for satisfaction of my thought, no further harm.
Why have thy thought, Iago?
I did not think he'd been acquainted with her.
Oh yes, and went between us very oft.
Indeed?
Indeed, aye, indeed. Discernst thou aught in that? Is he not honest?
Honest, my lord.
Honest, aye, honest.
My lord Frog, I know.
What dost thou think?
Think, my lord?
Think, my lord? By heavens, he echoes me, as if there was some monster in his thought, too hideous to be shown. Thou dost mean something. I heard thee say even now thou likest not that when Cassio left my wife. What didst thou like? And when I told thee he was of my counsel? In my whole course of wooing thou criest indeed, and didst contract and purse thy brow together, as if thou then had shut up in thy brain some horrible conceit. If thou dost show me thy thought.
My lord, you know I love you.
I think thou dost, for I know thou art full of love and honesty, and weighest thy words before thou givest them thou breath. Therefore, these stops of thine frighten me the more. For such things in a false dissolved knave are tricks of custom, but in a man thou shust. They are close dilations working from the heart that passion cannot rule.
For Michael Cassio, I dare be sworn. I think that he is honest.
I think so too.
Men should be what they seem, or those that be not, would they might seem none?
Certain, men should be what they seem.
Why then, I think Cassio's an honest man. We're done. Before I announce these, can we give our judges one more round of applause? And one more round of applause for all the performers tonight. So in third place, we had a tie between Celine, Lee, and Lila, and Richard and Greg. In second place, Pisha and Ling. And the winner of the first ever Othello acting competition, Betsy and Sarah.